Hi everyone, this is Mr. Cooper. I'm going to be your U.S. history teacher for this upcoming school year. I hope this video finds you and your family healthy and safe in these tough times. The first thing we want to just talk through is the syllabus for the school year, and this lays out all of the expectations, all the procedures that we're going to be using this year for U.S. history. Okay, so the first thing is this little paragraph up top gives you a little background information, and I want to highlight the bolded and underlined section. Just reminds you that this is a Regents-based class until we hear otherwise. You need to pass that Regents for graduation. You also need to earn credit for both semesters for graduation as well. So this is a very important class in your path towards graduation. The next section I want to draw your attention to is our grading policy for U.S. history. This is the same grading policy that you guys had in global, so not much changes, but assessments make up 50% of your grade, classwork makes up 30%, and homework makes up 20%. The next section to highlight is this information about Google Classroom. Everything this year is going to be distributed on Google Classroom. I have invited students to their specific Google Classroom section. When you log on to Google Classroom, you can just accept that invitation and you'll join the proper classroom. If you maybe can't find that or the invitation, you rejected it, here is the information for each U.S. history section. So if you are in U.S. history period 1, according to your pupil path schedule, here's the classroom code to access your section on Google Classroom. Same with period 7. If you're in period 7, here is the classroom code as well. Okay, so next we'll move down to this section covering office hours and Zoom. The major difference this year is that we will be providing office hours. We'll be providing extra support over Zoom during the time you are scheduled for U.S. history. Okay, so if you're in period 1 U.S. history, I will be on Zoom period 1 to support you with any questions, concerns, confusions you may have. The Zoom address is going to always be the same. You can just use this link right here. On Google Classroom, each week I will post the link. I will also remind you guys what days the office hours are occurring and the time. So if you ever are unsure if I'm hosting office hours on a certain day, it'll be posted on Google Classroom, so you can double check that schedule for the week. All right, the next section just kind of addresses how assignments are going to roll out. It's very similar to how things were rolled out in the spring. The one difference being that there will be in-person days for students who are coming into school in that hybrid model. One thing I want to stress, if you are fully remote, you are still receiving and expected to do work on those in-person days. Okay, the students who are doing the hybrid in-person and remote and students who are doing fully remote are doing the same work with the same expectations. Okay, these next sections just explain the different types of assignments you'll be receiving. Finally, we have one area about classroom behavior, just kind of general expectations about behavior, making sure that everyone's following rules, both in school and remotely when doing work as well. And also a little section about absences. I know absences are a little different than they are in the past, but if you miss a day, Google Classroom has your work. Okay, if you miss an in-person day, Google Classroom has your work. The final page just stresses how your course's grading information will be shared with you. Schedule, your guys' pupil path, okay, will be the main point for your grading. I use Kinvolved for a lot of parent outreach. And as I said, extra help will be in the form of office hours. If you need more help, contact me. I'm more than happy to schedule a time to meet. Your first homework assignment is having your parent or guardian sign this document to acknowledge we read through this, we know the expectations, we know what is expected of us in U.S. history. All right.